Why she wondered what made a turtle instead of a worm or a robin, when others never wondered any such silly thing. As if living a waking dream, she spent years experiencing life off-handed, neither left nor right, just her way, which, thanks to kind spirits like her parents and others she met on their journeys through life, she never knew as strange or odd or wrong, just her way, Tracy's way. She delighted in her childhood, loving yellow as a little girl, and all things like yellow, such as the sun, her mom, and Doris Day. Using the treasure finder of an eye she was born with, she found the special, the eccentric, the speckled, and the hidden in every moment of every day. Her inner Geiger counter registered earthquakes of delight all the time. She didn't notice until later that not everyone else took to life the way she did. She performed the tricks we ask our ambitious young to perform, and she put the letters after her name that garnered the world's respect. But she wanted something else, something more. However, it wasn't the more that greedy or superficial people crave. It wasn't a yearning for yachts, $250,000 cars, or the adulation of crowds that she sought. She sought a mission commensurate with her capacity to imagine one. She needed to make a difference in a unique way, in Tracy's way, and for that there was no blueprint, no agent, no important person's favor to curry. So she relied on what she'd always relied on. She let her intuition and instincts be her guide. She stopped being realistic and pledged loyalty to her vision and imagination, as well as the values she naturally loved. She threw caution to the wind. The rest reads like a fairy tale, and, as I told Tracy many years ago, she has become the fairy godmother of ADHD. She trusted what her special eyes could see, and she trusted what her deep sensibility could feel. She then bravely shared her vision with the world. Bravely, because she risked ridicule, rejection, and defeat. But those were just words to her. What pulsed through her veins was a serum of conviction, vision, and passionate desire to give others the liberating knowledge she'd found. I've seen similar characteristics of curiosity, courage, drive, and the need to do things their own way in other women with ADHD. For the 30-plus years I've practiced as a psychiatrist, I've always had a special interest in girls and women with ADHD, because they represent the most misunderstood and underdiagnosed group of all my patients. I also have ADHD and dyslexia, which I view as traits, not disorders, because if they're managed properly, they can become superpowers. And Tracy, more than others I know, has learned how to turn her own ADHD into a force that can help others who struggle with ADHD worldwide. Today she spends her life opening up the world to some very lucky people, mostly adult women, by teaching them about a way of being misleadingly called ADHD. Tracy discovered it sleepwalking, by which I mean she discovered it in random daydreams she can't even recall. Some sleepwalk. Without training, preparation, or pedigree, she stepped out a leader in ADHD, a freer of trapped minds, a validator of forgotten dreams, especially in women who had ADHD but didn't know it until Tracy spoke to them in a way they could hear and understand. Like Hopkins, Tracy saw what others couldn't see, and she felt an ecstasy others didn't feel. She made it her mission to share what she saw so others could see it too, and to share what she felt so others could tremble with the same jubilation that fired through her every nerve. Long before others saw through the sackcloth and ashes that draped the conventional view of ADHD, Tracy beheld the beauty beneath, as well as the yearnings of the women trapped by society, upbringing, and most of all, total ignorance of what this misunderstood condition really is. Tracy became the best kind of expert. She lived her knowledge into coming alive. She learned by watching, inspecting, listening, and inquiring. She didn't blindly accept what the experts said. She learned from the women who came to her gatherings, soon to be called podcasts, much of which she put into this book. What's Here emerged from the laboratory of lived lives.